How's it going, super friends, and welcome back to my channel and to my action figure review of the Batman Missions line, Bane. Last episode was all about the Nightwing, and today it's all about the Bane. If you've been collecting these figures, you're going to be no stranger to the packaging for these. It's very simple and effective. Big bat logo, Batman Missions on the side, figure in the bubble clearly displayed. On the back, we see that image of Nightwing, Bane, and the Batman I don't really care about here, Bane Unleashed. Not that I'm trying to knock anyone who does like variants, they're just not my bag, baby. I just like to stick to the basic figures, and that's cool. All right, let's yank him out and see what we get inside. Well, that's a predicament, isn't it? Bane, your venom hoses are stuck. And here we have Bane and his accessory. Seriously, collectors and kids alike are going to love this Bane figure. For one, he is super classic looking. Like, this is Bane. This is the same Bane that broke Batman's back. I really, really like it. He's super buff and muscly. Look at them muscles and the veins and the rippling biceps and pecs. Oh my goodness. This guy here, in my opinion, seriously, I'm calling it now, one of the best Bane action figures ever made. If you're looking for a comic accurate Bane. Sure, it doesn't have all the articulation that an adult collectible would have, or anything from DC Universe Classics or what have you. I just think they nailed it with the overall look. The face sculpt for Bane, his classic luchador looking mask, looks fantastic, and they've even textured some of the top of his mask here. This looks really, really cool. On the back of the mask, we can see the hoses where they go into the back of his head. Seriously, look at all these rippling muscles. And the shirt is textured. I'm not sure if you can hear that. It's actually got a texture to it. And the pants have a different texture. And they're actually they're a shinier black in comparison to the shirt. And the belt itself, brand new sculpt. New tooling there. I love it. His great big Bane boots for stomping Batman's face. Menacing looking points at the end for kicking Batman in the teeth. Seriously, what a simplistic but cool classic looking figure. I really, really like this. He's also got his accessory here. When one ball's not enough, 4 balls on chains. Molded in a grayish silver plastic, really kind of bendyish rubbery plastic. So you can do stuff like this with it. And he's just meant to hold it like that in his hand. Yeah, that's a thing. I think it's kind of a stupid accessory. But the figure is all kinds of cool. It's stuff like this that makes me remember why I am an adult who collects toys. I don't have to collect just the adult collectible ones. Stuff like this is so up my alley. Now let's go over his articulation. Bane's head is on a ball peg. It doesn't boast a lot of articulation. It can go side to side and up and down a little bit, but it could actually just as well be on a regular neck peg without a ball joint on it, and it would have almost the same articulation. Shoulders on that swivel hinge, and if you're putting them straight up, that's about the range of motion there. And of course, it can go around in a full 360 circle. His elbows are single jointed, but they go full 90 degrees. So no complaints there. And I should probably show you with the other one because it doesn't have a hose on it. They actually spin around as well, 360. I actually like this kind of articulation. I could do with this. If it's not going to be double jointed, I actually like the whole swivelly ball hinge elbow joint. And of course he has the Mattel Missions line swivel hinge wrists, which they all come with, a swivel hinge wrist. He's also got a spinning tornado waist for 360 degree movement, basic articulation at the groin to move forward and backwards, and that's it, as well as having single jointed knees, and that's their range of motion, and then articulation at the top of the boot to rotate 360, and that is the sum total of Bane's articulation. Very, very simplistic, but I'm not going to complain here. I know what the product is before I buy it. I think that anyone who's buying these figures, whether you're buying them for your kids or buying them for yourself, we know that these do have a much more limited range of articulation. For our first comparison, I've got him sandwiched in between the DC superheroes Roid Rage Bane, and then on this side we have him with the other Batman Missions line Bane, with the green light-up triangle on his chest. Yeah! You can see that the initial release of Bane from the 3-pack with the green light-up triangle is actually much taller than this secondary Bane. And in my opinion, the secondary Bane, because it's comic accurate, is far superior to this one. Although some people just may like this one better. It's a matter of taste, I suppose. But for me, this one's my favorite. And now here he is between the Batman Missions Joker and Harley. I don't know about you, but I just love the universe here that the Batman Missions line is creating. Two-Face is on the way. I don't have him to add to this, and I don't have the Riddler yet. This here, aside from the other Bane, is all I have for villains so far. And here's how he compares to the Batman Missions Bat Family figures. If I did have one thing that I could nitpick about this figure, is that he is just a wee bit too short in comparison to Batman. I would like to see him be maybe a half a head taller even, so that Batman has to look up to him, because classically Bane has always been taller and bigger than Batman. He's got the bulk on him, just not the height. Still though, I think that this is a great figure, and as an action figure reviewer, a DC fan, and a toy collector, I say hunt this thing down. If not for your kid, then for yourself. And eventually these things will be on the pegs en masse. Right now they're really rare because the scalpers have been hitting the stores like crazy to buy these up and sell them for an insane price on eBay. The same thing with the Nightwing, but give it a few weeks and once the scalpers have realized they're not making the money they thought they would from these, you'll find these things hanging on the pegs a whole lot more, and there will probably be enough for everyone to go around. So yeah, I really like this figure and I highly recommend it to you too, especially if you're a Bane fan and you've been looking for a classic looking Bane figure for like ever. This one might just do it for you. But that's it, that's my time for this video today, so thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Do me a favor, let me know down in the comments below if you like this figure, if you're excited for it, or if you're one of the people who just thinks this is another piece of Mattel DC Comics trash. And remember, as always, if you found this video to be a useful waste of time in any way, shape, or form, please leave a like on it. If you want to see more of my face and hands, hit that big red subscribe button, ding the bell so that you get notified of new videos, and I'll see you with the next one. Have an awesome day, super friends. Take care.